Rush Late Models main event here at McKean County Raceway on Jim Duffy Memorial Night. 20 laps as they get ready to go to the green flag. Ed Carley on the bottom of the racetrack. Chuck LaFleur up top. That's your front row. Green flag goes in the air as the entire field will throttle down and thunder into turns 1 and 2 for the first time. Three wide into turns number 3 and 4 they go. LaFleur up top of that battle. Meanwhile, up front and starting to check out, it's Carley. He is being hounded, however, by Dustin Waters. You can throw a blanket over second to fourth as now here comes Jeremy Wonderling. Mr. Excitement sliding by and through to the number 2 spot as they head off of turn 4. Carley is the one out front trying to hold on. One of the best in the business of Mr. Excitement and Jeremy Wonderling, who rides in the 3J. Carley will sling his machines through turns 1 and 2 all the way at the bottom of the racetrack. Wonderling trying everything he can to keep chopping into that lead. He does so successfully. It's about a car length and a half of separation off of turn number 4 and back into 1 and 2. Lap traffic directly ahead of the 2 race leaders. The 626 of Justin Yokes will be in the way, but now they get around him successfully. Ed Carley continuing to lead by a car length over Jeremy Wonderling. Farther back, couple of good battles going on right now, but it's hard to look away from the race lead. Just 1 car length separates the 2 race leaders. That's it. Wonderling trying to dial up the low line through 3 and 4. He gets the hammer down side by side for the race lead into turn 1. Off of turn 2, down the back straightaway, new race leader. You can move Jeremy Wonderling to the top spot. He gets around Ed Carley. He works off turn number 4, and he is cleared. Jeremy Wonderling, he knows how to get the job done here at McKean County Raceway, and he has just gotten around Ed Carley for the race lead, and already he is starting to check out as he is already back into turns 3 and 4. On to the front straightaway, Wonderling leading the way. Off of turn 4, Jeremy Wonderling, he is growing his advantage lap after lap now. Biggest mistake for Ed Carley all night. Has nothing on his part, nothing behind the wheel. He has been flawless, but letting the 3J of Jeremy Wonderling get around him might come back to haunt him severely. Unless a yellow flag flies, there is not much Ed Carley can do to get back up to the back bumper of Jeremy Wonderling. Wonderling off of turn number 4. He has opened up his lead to about a half of a straightaway. Into 3 and 4 he goes. 9 laps to go for the race leader. A caution-free race so far. Good racing all around the racetrack. 3 wide off turn number 2. As a couple of cars come together and meet. Taking the brunt of that one was Cassandra Norman. Got knocked up out of the way off turn number 2, losing a lot of time now. 3 wide again on the front straightaway as the 8 of Bill Holmes and the 36 of Ian Travis. They split the lap traffic machine of Justin Yokes. Now off of turn number 4, down the front straightaway they go. It is Jeremy Wonderling who's on the backstretch and into 3 and 4, catching them lap after lap. Jeremy Wonderling deciphering his way through lap traffic. He is doing a great job at that. Gets around the John Haggerty machine. Now on the bottom of the racetrack, he has got a little bit of time and a couple of laps before he meets the back bumper of Ian Travis. 5 laps to go being displayed to the drivers now. 15 laps in, we haven't seen a caution as now Bill Holmes very slow on the back straightaway. He'll take it in behind the wall. He'll go back to the pits. Jeremy Wonderling is up off of turn 4. 4 laps to go for the race leader. very spread out here at McKean County Raceway, but one thing we know for sure, it's Jeremy Wonderling who is all by himself. Well, that is with contenders behind him. The only ones that he has to deal with are the lap traffic machines. Kind of stuck in a lap traffic sandwich now. Got around Ian Travis, and then coming off of turn number 4, he will get around the 1S of Dave Stolenberg. Stolenberg kind of held him up going into turn 3, but he was able to get around him off turn 4. Wonderling down the back straightaway and into 3 and 4. 2 laps to go will be displayed this time, or excuse me, white flag will be displayed this time. One more time around for Jeremy Wonderling. Final time down the back straightaway for Jeremy Wonderling in the McKean Trucking and PB Paving Rush Late Models at McKean County Raceway on Jim Duffy Memorial Night, opening night of 2024. And the victory is going to go to Jeremy Wonderling. Ed Carley across the line in second, Chuck LaFleur in third, Jake Wilbur in fourth. As the field will all come across the line now to complete the race, but Jeremy Wonderling in the 3J, Mr. Excitement, gets the job done at McKean County Raceway. Standing here with Jeremy Wonderling, driver of the 3J. Jeremy, you got in the lead, and man, you just took off. It was a good battle there with Ed for a couple of laps, and you finally got to the bottom of the racetrack, and you launched out, and you stayed there. How'd you do it?
I've always had a lot of fun racing with Ed, and we were talking in the pits, beforehand with some of the races we've done in the past. And he told me when we come on the racetrack, he goes, "I'm not going to leave the bottom." And he would get tight coming up off the corner, and he'd push out the bottom. I was like, "Ed, you're leaving the bottom, and you're going to leave it wide open here pretty soon." And he did. But I mean, he races me clean. I've always enjoyed racing with Ed a lot. Got a lot of respect for him.
One thing I have to know, a 20-lap feature event that got pretty strung out, a lot of lap traffic to deal with. What's going through your mind when you set up shop for a corner, not knowing what really is going to happen in front of you with the lap traffic machines?
The car's really drivable, so I mean, I could pay attention to what them guys were doing, and they would slide up out of the bottom, and they'd leave the bottom open, and most everybody, once they seen me, that they would respect it and leave me the room.
We got Redneck Race Chasers here in the house tonight. Jim Duffy Memorial Night, a big night, a special night at that. What's it mean for you to put it in victory lane in the first race at McKean County Raceway this year?
No, it's always means a lot to win a memorial race. I mean, in Duffy's, I can remember watching Jim race when I was just a little guy. So it means a lot of respect, and respect them a lot. And Duffy's, they have a big part to this racetrack, so it's pretty cool.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you.
One more time for Jeremy Wonderling in the 3J. Race fans, that concludes our evening of racing on Jim Duffy Memorial Night. We want to say thank you, good night, get home safely, and we hope to see you next week and throughout the summer. Thank you.